Now we got a new season of Total Drama like a long time ago. I'm just very late to talk on this. Now it hasn't come out in the United States, but I got to see it early. I'm not telling you where I saw it. I thought the new season was pretty good. Had some flaws, had some annoying moments, but it was overall a good season and a lot better than PP and Poo Poo, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna go over and just give you my thoughts about this new season. But enough talk, let's just get into this review. This new season brings us right back to Camp and Aqua. My favorite part about the Total Drama franchise is the interaction. I love when characters interact with each other. It kind of started to dwindle down a little bit with the new cast because some of them were very annoying and stupid. But in this new season, they did everything right. Some stuff right, but they kind of did it again. Fresh TV is doing their charm on what made Total Drama good in the first place. Now let's get on to the contestants, shall we? First, we got Caleb. Caleb was like the sexy guy stereotype, always looking good, with his pecs all out. Kind of reminded me of Justin from the original series. He was the first one eliminated, which was very hilarious to see. And it turns out Bowie, a character we'll get to sooner, voted him out, which was very surprising. He was not a bad character. I kind of liked him a little bit. As for Axel, she was kind of crazy. I mean, not crazy, but a little bit over the top. She's like a combination of Sean, Joe, and Eva. I mean, I understand what she's trying to do, but like, chill out. Bro, we not in the apocalypse. Chill out. Not gonna lie, she was kind of an interesting character. Amazing strength. Some of her leadership on screen was very nice to see. Wish we would have gotten to see more of her. And they kinda, you know what? No, not kind of. They voted her off for a stupid reason. I mean, a little bit over the top, but a stupid reason. As for Nichelle, she was a very annoying character in my opinion. She's a famous movie star who basically lies about everything she does behind the scenes. She acts as if she can do all this wonderful stuff, like fight ninjas, climb very well, but in reality she doesn't do that at all. Like, she's worthless. It turns out a middle-aged man does her stunts with a wig, which is very hilarious. I mean, I really didn't care about Nichelle that much. I don't know why she was acting as if she was all that. It was very annoying to see sometimes. I am so glad that she was the third one voted out, or as a matter of fact, I'm very glad that she got voted out anyway, because she's just so annoying, irritating. She's just a sad dump of a character. She's just so lame of a character. I hate characters who act like as if they're all of that. Me personally, I know how that feels because I got girls in my school who are like that. There are girls in my school who act as if they're all of that, and it just bugs me to death. But I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to get smacked. But yeah, guys, that's just how I feel about Nichelle. She's just so As for Lauren, aka Scary Girl, she was aight. She very much reminded me of Izzy, bro. Them two would make great best friends. She is so unhinged and wild, like you never know what she's gonna do. She's a bit creepy. She enjoys people's screams. She will attack someone on their team just to hear someone else's screams. Like, she is dangerous. She's crazy. Shoot, Loki thought she was voiced by Tara Strong for a second. She kind of gave me Sierra vibes, a contestant from previous seasons. The only difference between Sierra and Crazy Girl is that Sierra, she was obsessed with Cody. As for Crazy Girl, she was just plain out insane. Her elimination was justified, but she was just an entertaining character. She was one of the contestants that continuously made me laugh every single time. Like, she got me saying no every single time. I just enjoyed her presence on screen. She reminded me of one of those weird girls I try to talk to in school. It's so embarrassing. I'm gonna be real, guys. The first time I saw Damien when they revealed the contestants of the show, I didn't really care that much about him. But after watching this new season, I'm glad to say that wasn't the case. He was actually a very surprisingly interesting, funny, and smart character. Anything he said, anything he did, it just made me laugh. He's just a genuinely funny person. He was very cautious in every challenge and panicked a lot. He was the only contestant who didn't know about Total Drama, and boy, do I feel bad for him. He was so terrified to the point where he wanted to vote himself out, Dave style. But then in episode 4 or 5, he got his confidence only for him to get voted out that same episode, which was very sad to see. I hate when Total Drama does this, when we get an interesting story to a character and then they just vote them out. I hate when they do that. Damien was an awesome character. Like, he was smart, he was funny, he was interesting, he can rizz up people like he rizzed up Priya. What a sad blow for an interesting character. I mean, it kind of was his fault because he wanted to vote himself out, but after he started to get his confidence back, you know, it was nice to see. But again, it was his fault. He wanted to leave. But overall, I just enjoyed Damien. He was a funny character. I wish we would have gotten to see more of him, but you know, yeah, I just just love the guy. I really hope we see more of him in the upcoming season. As for MK, I think she was inspired by a character Aquafina played in some show or movie. I don't know. But other than that, she was a very great character. She was sneaky. She was mischievous. She did not care about making any friends, which I thought that was really funny. She was just a snarky tech person with a sarcastic attitude, which I like in my characters. What she did to the rest of them, and especially Julia, was very talented and sneaky. I just loved it. She had all of them. If only she didn't say butt knuckle, she would have gotten away with it's something that Julia said, a character we'll get to sooner, by the way. But yeah, guys, this girl definitely has a secret talent. I mean, it's technically stealing stuff, but hey, it's something. I really thought she was gonna get Julia voted out because Julia was very annoying. She was getting on my nerves. I thought she really got her. But then Julia got the people against MK, which really sucked. She reminded me of B from Revenge of the Island, and she actually did her best while doing the challenges. Like, she didn't give up. There's this one episode where she actually tried to help her team by finding one in the technician room. Like, she tried, man. She tried, and they did her dirty. Although she's not really my favorite character, I enjoyed MK fair enough. I love her interactions with some characters. Her sarcasm got me every time. It made me kind of chuckle a little bit. But she kind of deserved better, I'm not gonna lie. Raj and Wayne were pretty cool dudes. Despite not being the most intelligent members of Frogs to Death, I loved their team spirit. Wayne desperately wanted to wait for Raj to tell him that he was gay, because he wanted to show so much support for him. They have a very nice friendship. It just shows that nothing can come between their friendship, which was very nice to see. Raj finally gets the character we'll talk about later, and then Wayne and Raj end up hurting themselves very badly. Like, so bad up to the point where they cannot compete in the competition anymore, which is kind of hilarious and sad. But I love them both. They're both hard in the game. They took orders very well. They just wanted to win. That's all they just wanted to win. But their elimination was just so hilariously random. Like, why did this happen, bro? But those two knuckleheads were really entertaining to watch. Ripper is so goofy. He was that stereotypical, hey nerd, give me your lunch money, nerd. I don't know why he was written to be a bully. He was so incredibly cringe. It was ridiculous. Why are you doing this, my guy? Like, you're not even that intimidating to be doing this. He didn't really make me mad. He just made me laugh because of how goofy he was. He's extremely gross, very weird, and hilariously annoying. Like, he's like that one annoying friend you would have in your class, just doing some random stupid stuff in class. But I will not deny that he's one of the most entertaining characters on the show. Like that one episode when Krabs ripped his
out of pocket for that. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
I kind of felt bad for him because in one episode he literally confirmed that he had a rough childhood. His father dropped him and his siblings all the time as babies. Like it's just so sad. But I'm very glad that he got eliminated. He was just so annoying. Annoying yet so entertaining. What are the odds? I love Z. He's one of my favorite characters now. There's just something about him, like his voice. I just love his voice. His voice actor did a remarkable job. Even when Z's saying anything, it just makes me laugh. Like this scene right here.
If they kick me off now, they'll never know how I lost my leg. I was actually born like this. But when someone asks, I know they'd rather hear a cool story. So yeah.
His voice just sounds so good. He's just a go-with-the-flow guy who just likes to have fun and make new friends. He loves drinking that orange soda. I don't know how he has it. Like, how does he have orange soda 24/7? Although he did get eliminated very bad. After the team merged, he tried to combine them as equal. You know, we're all a team. Like, nah, Z. I love you, man, but that's just not how it works on Total Drama. But I don't really have a problem with Z. He's just a very cool guy. He's like one of my favorite characters of Total Drama so far. Also forgot to mention he is the first disabled character on Total Drama. He has a prosthetic leg, which I did not know that, but I do now. But yeah, guys, Z is a really good character. I love him very much. Ex-couples Chase and Emma were competing together. It was really awkward. I don't know why Chris would do that. He's so evil. Chase was very annoying. He was stupid. This whole season followed him trying to get back with Emma, even though she clearly doesn't want to be with him, bro. Just move on with your life. You're a famous YouTuber, right? Just move on with your life. And Emma, dude, she is so stupid as well. Like, you spent your whole time trying to avoid Chase. You made fun of him, only for you to get back together with him. Like, what was the point of all this? Felt a hint of Pocketel writing in this, I'm not gonna lie. They were both stupid, both very annoying to watch. Like, I thought I would like them. When I first saw their designs, I thought I would like them, or at least decently like them. Chase looked like a mix between Mike and Dave, so I just thought, hey, maybe I could like him. But sadly, I'm wrong. They don't deserve happiness. I wish they would have just stayed broken up. That was a perfect storyline. Why did they have to get back together? That was just so stupid. But I'm just done talking about them. They're just so worthless. There's no point of them getting back together. They're much better broken up. I don't like them together, dude. They're so dysfunctional. one-dimensional and weird and annoying. I hate both of them. Julia worked well as the main antagonist. Julia just gave me those classic influencer vibes. You know, she acted all perfect as if she was this spiritual hippie-like content creator with no problems and so peace and kindness and yada yada yada. But later on we find out that she's actually an evil son of a biscuit eater. Yeah, MK exposed her. She exposed Julia, which I thought was pretty good, which is why I said earlier I thought MK got it for a second. But I do think Julia was realistic because she reminds me of just content creators who act as if they're perfect people, like normal people, but deep down they're actually pieces of crap who don't care about people, who just try to get their influence because of how they are. I hope that made sense, because she tried to trick people into thinking she's this cool hippie person, but in reality she's just a rude person, which reminds me of some real people in the real world. Her interactions with Bowie reminded me of Heather and Alejandro. Their beef was very hilarious. Like there was nothing even bad about it. It actually worked very well. For once, Total Drama is actually doing its charm on what made it good in the first place. Although I liked her well as the main antagonist, like she was so good at that role that I really wanted her to get voted out, because she was just so annoying and unfair most of the time. But Julia was really good. She worked well as the main antagonist, or at least one of the two main antagonists of the series, and she kind of felt realistic. Yeah guys, she was just a good villain. I don't really have that much complaints. She was just awesome. As for Millie, y'all, look at her. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me, but just look at her, guys. Look at how beautiful she looks. Oh my gosh. Take my SIM card away because I'm about to go in town on her. She's a very cool, calm, cute, keep to herself kind of girl who writes down thoughts about how our generation is very odd. She was cool, just the only problem I had with her was her writing in that journal about people, if they were weird or if she just didn't like, which some of them was justified, but some of them was messed up. But bottom line is, you just shouldn't write about people, especially on a freaking reality TV show, because some people might find it and talk about it. Like, you just never know. I'm just saying, her bringing that was the stupidest thing. I understand that's her hobby, but still. I liked her and Priya's friendship. It was pretty good, you know, nothing over the top, just a nice, simple friendship. It felt human. I wish Millie would have told Priya the truth about her writing hobby. But Millie was a well-written character. She got 3rd place. She came unbelievably far. Well, I feel like she came far because of Priya. I'm gonna be real. But it was nice following Millie's story. I really enjoyed her character on screen. Her interactions with other characters was pretty pleasant to watch. And although she didn't win, she is by far one of the best characters on this season. Bowie was just not what I expected. The man's a menace. As being the first openly gay contestant of Total Drama, he's just not what I expected. Like, the dude's Heather for this season. Despite him being an antagonist, I kind of enjoyed him. I liked his back and forth with Julia, like I mentioned earlier. His skills are really good. His relationship with Raj was not so bad. Everything about this character wasn't so bad. I kind of enjoyed him. He's very competitive, yet very chill and honest. Like, he can make friends. Like, he can actually make friends and not backstab them. Can we not forget that he did that man Caleb dirty? He worked hard, played hard in the season. I really enjoyed him in the season. He wasn't that bad of a character. He was up against Priya, and he would have won. He almost did, but he did not. He got 2nd place. Who knows? Maybe in the United States he might win. I guess we'll find out when it comes out. Like, bro was not joking. He would do anything to get the crown. But yeah, guys, I'm almost done with my script. So Bowie is just a great character. I'm surprised because I never thought I was ever gonna like him. But he was pretty chill, you know. He was a good antagonist. He didn't really feel like an antagonist, but he was good. He fulfilled that role pretty well. Priya was pretty cool. I liked her. I liked her personality. She was cute. She was funny. Like, everything about it was just so cool. Although I must admit, her parents are crazy. Like, at a young age, they trained her to be the best so she can get prepared for Total Drama. Like, that's not a normal childhood. And although I think what she did was kind of wrong, Millie was right. Priya's parents are insane. Like, who does that to their child? I would never do that to mine. But I got nothing but good things to say about Priya. She's smart. She's talented. Like, she's so athletic. She's hot. I think just her alone was the reason I was able to watch this whole series. I don't know. There's just something about her that's just so good. She was the only character on the show I did not have a problem with. She kind of reminded me of Zoe or Sky from the previous seasons. She is so tough and athletic. She is just so cool. I love Priya so much. I have nothing bad to say about her. I guess the only thing is her parents, because they're insane. I am so glad that Priya won the million. She just deserved it. Although I think they might switch it up when it airs in the United States. That'd be very sad to see. But overall, Priya was just a really good character. She was the only one I didn't have no problems with. She was just a good team player and good friend. Like, she's just so good. As for Chris and Chef, they were pretty good. Chris has not changed at all. He's still the same old psycho we all know and love, or hate. One thing you would immediately notice while coming into the series is Chris's new voice. He is sadly not voiced by his iconic voice actor Christian Potenza, but instead was replaced by Terry McGurran. If you are unfamiliar with this man, he was the voice of Don from The Redonkulous Race, and also the voice of Jonesy from 16. Bottom line is, he's just a recurring cast member from Fresh TV. I was totally devastated by that news. Christian Potenza has been the voice of Chris for a long time. I've been listening to that man since I was freaking 5 years old, so the fact that he didn't reprise his role for the Chris was very sad to hear. I love Christian Potenza. Why did Fresh TV do that to him? I would say like about episode 3 or 4 is when I started getting used to the voice, because despite me hating it at first, I started getting used to it. One thing I noticed Chris would do over and over and over again was forgetting a small detail he added in the challenge. Like, he would always say, "Oh, I forgot about this. Why do I keep forgetting that?" And then the cast members would be like, What are you talking about?" And then he pulls out some crazy thing. Like, it just started to get old real quick. It was up to the point where I feel like he was doing this crap on purpose. Yeah, Chris, he was alright. You know, he's still the same old psycho we all know and love or hate. He was kind of funny in this season. At least I didn't hate him more than Revenge of the Island Chris, All Stars Chris, or Pockettail Island Chris, because those three, they're the worst. As for Chef, they scrapped him completely. He's not that military tough dude we all know from the original. I believe they kind of switched him out for his Total Drama-Rama personality. Now, I wasn't really used to that because I really hated Total Drama-Rama. It's a terrible spin-off show. I do not care. I can't believe I'm saying this, but he was actually pretty good. He was the voice of reason for Chris. He just panicked and cared for the contestants because he didn't want to go too far to the point where they actually kind of hurt them. Yeah, the OG Chef, he would not give two flying you-know-what, because he would just laugh on the sidelines with Chris. But I like what they did with Chef in this season. Despite me kind of missing the old Chef, he did this new one is actually not so bad. As for the challenges, they're kind of mid. I mean, some of them I did enjoy, but they're incredibly mid. Some of them feel like recreations from season 1, especially the throwing up episode, and especially the fart episode. I mean, I know the fart jokes are like a recurring joke in the Total Drama franchise, but I think I've kind of outgrown fart jokes. I'm sorry, that's just me. But overall, I would give this new season an 8 out of 10. No, don't get me wrong, it's not better than the original Island, Action, or World Tour, but it's definitely better than Revenge of the Island, All Stars, and Pockettail Island. They wrote good characters, they gave them good storylines, they were more inclusive in the season. I've got nothing but good things to say about this season. Like, it's just so perfect. They actually did it again. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I can't wait for the next season they announced. This actually gives me faith that Total Drama will do good again. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm done. That's all I have to say about Total Drama. Bottom line, it's really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything about it. Those of you who got to see it early, tell me what you guys think about it. Did you hate it? Did you love it? Do you think they could have done more? Let me know in the comments. And those of y'all who are new, if you liked what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to spread that love, spread that positivity like always, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.